Hey everybody, we have a PCE inflation report coming out this Friday. And as you may know, the PCE, or personal consumption expenditures, is the preferred metric for the Federal Reserve. As you may also already know, the Federal Reserve just cut interest rates at their last meeting, but they have two more this year. So how will this PCE inflation report affect that meeting, and what should you expect? Well, let's talk about it. As always, my name is Derek. I got my degree in finance. You don't have to. I'm going to keep this video short because if you can't tell by my voice, I'm a little under the weather. Okay, so spoiler alert, or just to, if you just want the direct answer, this won't change anything. It doesn't really matter what the PCE print is. It won't change anything. The Federal Reserve is already on a path to cutting interest rates. They've signaled that they're going to cut interest rates again, possibly 2 times before the end of the year. And unless you have like the most insane inflation report where PCE shot up to 3.5% or something of that nature, nothing's going to happen. This report will just be filed away, and the Federal Reserve is going to continue on their path to lower interest rates. So that's the short of it. Okay, now let's break down a little further. So the consensus estimate, remember, there's a core metric and a headline metric for PCE, for CPI, for PPI, and really the main difference is that core removes volatile assets like food and energy prices. So, and core is the preferred metric as well for the Federal Reserve, even though for you and I, the other one's probably, the headline inflation is probably more real on a day-to-day basis, because guess what? When you go to the grocery store or you fill up your car with fuel, those are major expenses, and we feel that. Well, the Federal Reserve thinks that they're too volatile, so it removes them from their preferred metric. So let's talk about it. The core, which removes that. The consensus estimate from analysts is that it's going to print a 2.9% core metric. That means no change from the previous month. There are some analysts that think it'll go up to 3%. If you had to ask me, I don't think it's going to change. There hasn't been much change between the 2 months. Now, the headline metric from this takes into account fuel prices, energy prices, food prices. This is likely to see a tick up from 2.6% to 2.7%. And the reason you can kind of be accurate about this is because, analysts can see this data going to the grocery store. They can see oil barrel prices. They can see fuel costs, etc. So this is likely going to see a slight tick up. Okay, I guess I could end the video here. I'm going to keep this video short because, I am a little under the weather. I will also provide you with an update on Friday when this report actually comes out. With that said, the only thing that I can say is that the Federal Reserve is likely to do nothing in regards to this PCE report, and it will make little change to their future cuts. They are going to cut interest rates, very likely at the next meeting and very likely at the following meeting, and we're very likely going to end the year with a 0.75% total basis point cut for this year. Remember, they cut last meeting. This was the first time in over 9 months, and it was the first time in 2025. Remember, they had started this journey of cutting interest rates in 2024, but they paused that because inflation ticked up again. You had tariff inflation looming, which we still do, but the Federal Reserve is saying that it's going to be a one-time event. That's probably true. The Federal Reserve also doesn't know how much tariffs are going to affect inflation because the president keeps changing whether we're having tariffs or not. He's been sued out the woo-zaw when it comes to tariffs. They've been paused, they've been unpaused. So we really still don't know. We don't know. But because the unemployment data is ticking up, the jobs market is very heavily weakening. Remember, we just got a revision, a 911,000 jobs market revision downward, which means that almost 1 million jobs just went poof. They didn't exist for the last year. And that was Biden's economy. Okay, that was April 24 to March 25. So that's primarily Biden's economy. But again, if you look at Trump's economy, and I'm not trying to get political here, I'm just saying we've had not the strongest job. We have thought we've had a stronger job market than we have for a while. And if you look at Trump's economy, well, you have revisions right from May, June, and July to basically nothing. We have negative job growth if you include the fact that you need over or about 80,000 jobs created per month just to keep up with population growth. So all in all, jobs market, not as good as we thought it was. Plus, inflation doesn't seem to be crazy. It seems to be holding steady, maybe slightly moving down. So because of that, Fed's going to cut rates. Now, that's going to make everything more expensive. I mean, that's just the honest truth. I mean, houses, cars, things are going to get more expensive because when you cut rates, that's an inflationary pressure on the economy. We'll have to see how much. But again, I'm not going to drag this out because my voice hurts and I'm a little under the weather. But if you like personal finance, world economics, and investing, you are in the right place. If you like just blunt, straight to the facts, then you're in the right place. And we do weekly videos, sometimes more. With that said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to do a video on Friday once this report comes out to update you once again. With that said, have a fantastic rest of your day. Take care.